falls of Jesus, failure, awakening, and the power to rise again. What if the falls of Jesus were never about weakness, but about wisdom? What if they weren't moments of defeat, but mirrors held up to our own human struggles? When we hear about Jesus falling on the way to the cross, we often imagine physical collapse alone. But beneath the surface lies a deeper, universal message, one that speaks to every person who has ever stumbled, doubted, or felt overwhelmed by life. Today, let us explore what the falls of Jesus truly mean and why they still matter profoundly to us. Body, understanding the falls of Jesus. The falls of Jesus should not be misunderstood as personal failure, moral weakness, or spiritual inadequacy. Rather, they symbolically represent the reality of human existence, the weight, vulnerability, and inner struggle that every human being carries. Jesus' fall reflects the condition of humanity itself. It tells us that falling is not foreign to life. It is part of the human journey. The human struggle. Just as Arjuna collapses inwardly on the battlefield in the Bhagavad Gita, overwhelmed by confusion and inner conflict, the fall of Jesus points to moments when life presses heavily upon us. These moments can occur at any time, to anyone, regardless of faith, status, or strength. These falls arise from vasanas, the deep-seated impressions, tendencies, and conditioning that shape human thought and behavior. They are not sins alone, but inherited patterns of fear, doubt, attachment, and limitation. A fall is not the end. Crucially, these weaknesses are not final. They are not irreversible. A fall can become a moment of awakening, a turning point toward clarity, a doorway to transformation. By falling and rising, Jesus becomes a role model, not of perfection without struggle, but of perseverance through struggle. He shows humanity that falling does not disqualify us from growth, truth, or eternal life. The resurrection, rising beyond the fall. The resurrection is the answer to the fall. It stands as a timeless symbol of renewal, hope, and inner victory. To rise after falling is the true message of spiritual life. The resurrection tells us that no collapse, physical, emotional, or spiritual, is permanent. There is always the possibility of renewal, transformation, and a new beginning. In this sense, the fall and resurrection are inseparable. The fall reveals our humanity. The resurrection reveals our potential. Conclusion. The falls of Jesus are not about failure. They are about compassion. They teach us that falling is part of being human, but remaining fallen is not our destiny. Every fall carries within it the seed of awakening. If we approach our struggles with awareness rather than shame, they can become stepping stones toward deeper understanding and lasting transformation. If this reflection added value or gave you a new way of seeing the story of Jesus, consider sharing it with someone who may need hope today. Because sometimes the greatest spiritual truth is simple. It's not about never falling. It's about learning how to rise.